Hello everyone once again. My name is Leticia Iguma. I'm from Uganda and I'm an HR practitioner, currently working with International Justice Mission and also currently the Secretary General of the Human Resource Managers Association of Uganda. And today I'll be presenting a paper on leveraging employee strengths for sustainable talent development and retention. So in my introduction, I will talk about what traditionally has been known for the HR space and in terms of personnel management. It has been known that traditionally talent development has focused mainly on weaknesses of employees and staff members. And right now, the modern approach is basically aimed at emphasizing building on individual strengths. So originally, we have seen people focus more on what gaps a person has and what weakness they have, and just highlighting those. And so my call is for us to take on the modern approach, which is now emphasizing building the individual strengths and first of all identifying them and making sure that these are seen by the person and then building on them. Why is this very important? Because through this approach of identifying and building individual strengths, the employees are empowered and they are more engaged and they get more innovating because they get more innovative because they are operating from a point where they are building on things that are already within them or things that they are already working on and things that they are basically good at. So I will walk us through what identifying employee strengths looks like for a person out there, for an HR person, for a CEO, a business manager. One, there are different kinds of tools that you could use. Um, you could start by doing certain assessments. You could start by getting feedback. You you could also have dialogues with these staff members. So, for example, in terms of assessments, these could be the appraisals that are done for the person throughout their time of employment with you, or feedback that is got from, let's say, their manager, their supervisor, their line manager, their supervisor, or even some of the team members usually have this feedback uh, for their colleagues as well, because they've seen their colleagues operate in their environment. Then having a dialogue with the particular staff member, which helps them highlight things that probably are important to them, things that they find easy to do, things that they come naturally to them. And these are things that then you can capitalize on to just help them grow. What are the benefits of these? One is increased job satisfaction because research has that people who are doing things that they are good at, things that they feel comfortable with, are very satisfied. About 80% of the people who are doing things that they love to do and things that they are comfortable with have been shown to be satisfied with their jobs. There's also greater confidence for a staff member because here we look at just being able to do things that you're comfortable with, which makes you very confident in the work that you do. There is higher productivity because even in this space, the person is able to work faster or do th tasks within a shorter time as compared to tasks that they are maybe not comfortable with. With tasks that they're comfortable with, they're able to do it within a shorter time. And so this just enhances their productivity. And overall, we get a higher performance of even the bigger team. There's a stronger sense of purpose for these people because during this time, during this period, the person feels more attached to the work. They own their work more. They feel more connected to the work. And so then they immerse themselves more in the work that they are doing. Next, please. All right. We'll then go to matching assignments to the tasks that the employee is doing and the tasks that the strengths that they have. One of the calls is for the managers to align tasks with employee strengths. What do we mean by this? As a manager, you identify where your staff member's strength is, and then you ensure that you match their tasks with those strengths that they have. So, for example, if you know that a person is very good with project planning or a person is good with events management, then you align more of their tasks in that direction that gives them more encouragement and even productivity during that time. Um, we'll also look at analytical staff for data roles. If you know that your staff is very analytical, then you will make them do more data roles, things that are get them into a space where they are able to analyze and do different things in terms of analytics or statistics. For social employees, then you will align their roles to more of engagement roles and things that then allow them to be able to be social or be interact in interactive spaces with other people and with just the environment is an interactive environment for them. These people usually thrive more in such an environment. Um, there are results that are higher in quality and employee satisfaction because in this case, we look at you as a manager having aligned and identified who your employees are, known them and understood who your employees are, where the strengths are, and then just assigning them to those different tasks and roles that then bring out the best in them, which later uh, takes them more into the employee satisfaction. Next slide, please. All right. So when we've got to this point where we've, as a manager, where you have aligned your roles for the people, and you now know where each person is best placed. Remember, our goal is to ensure that we have retention at the end of it all, talent retention at the end of it all. So we'll talk about how do we sustain this motivation. One, create an environment or a culture that is strengths based. This calls on leadership involvement in the different ways in which this culture is going to be passed on to the rest of the team. So, for example, if you know that your culture is going to be a strengths-based culture, then even your appraisals, your performance management, uh, techniques, your goal setting techniques are all going to be in that direction. Your leaders should be bought into the idea of having a strength-based culture. And so this might call for sensitization of the leadership, just ensuring that they know where you are going in this they know which direction you're going towards, and then they're also able to adopt it and encourage it even through their day-to-day activities or through their day-to-day leadership on the teams. This, in a way, will then strengthen the culture that's already existing or will just grow it. We need to provide feedback and recognition in terms of this. you need to provide feedback for the staff. So, for example, if you have seen a staff in their zone, I will call it their zone because that's their strength or that's something that they are delightful doing. When you see a staff in their zone and doing things that they love, please give them feedback, encourage them, recognize them, you know. This motivates them in different ways that you can never imagine. So, have that time to provide the feedback, say you did this well, you that report, that statistic was very on point, that event was well planned. Recognize them, have these actually embedded in the systems of the organization. Have a reward and recognition system that keeps them in check with the things that they're doing well and the things that they need to grow more on. Um, Offering growth opportunities, yes. Many times, yes, we identify these areas where the staff members are strong, but we also need to help them grow in these areas. So yes, a person is very good with data analysis. How best do we encourage them? How best do we help them grow? Do we give them opportunities to go do more data analysis courses, short courses? Do we just put out there for them, put out opportunities for them to do more presentations on their data or analyze more and, just go into the field of being able to grow and sustain themselves in that area. Encouraging autonomy. This is mainly for the leadership to ensure that they are encouraging people to innovate, people to work on their own because they are in their zone, people to go out there and be independent, not entirely independent of the organization, but being in a space where they're able to think and own things and be able to express themselves in the different ways that they can. And then fostering a culture of coaching. Uh, Over the years, research has showed that coaching is one of the key motivators of employees, and it is one of the ways in which staff actually are retained in organizations. How? Because through coaching, people are able to identify their strengths, people are able to focus on their strengths, people are able to follow through on their strengths and have just a continuous encouragement that keeps them going. And this actually comes from them, from within. And so it's something that is more sustainable. Something that comes from within has always been shown to be something that's more sustainable than that's coming from outside. Next slide, please. So I'll also talk about retention through empowerment. Employees stay where they feel valued and empowered. We've always had this before. The employees are really attracted or encouraged or grounded in a place where they feel they are valued, they are empowered, and this will come from actually you giving them that opportunity to explore and engage in the things that they feel strongly about and in the areas where they're actually very strong. Growth is aligned with personal strengths. Growth aligned with personal strengths builds loyalty. Yes, like I said, something that comes from within will just give you that loyalty that you might not get from another employee. Something that something that shows that as an organization you are interested in this person's well-being, in this person's growth, then they will be more loyal to the organization at that point. Strength-based leadership enhances retention. Like I said before, if the leadership has bought into this idea, if the leadership is growing this culture of strengths-based grooming of the staff members, then the people have more buying into the organization. People are more attracted to the organization. People feel more valued. People feel more attached to the organization, and hence will have more retention. Next slide, please. So, in conclusion, one, intentional talent development is key in terms of you identifying where the people's talents are, where their strengths are. You have to be intentional, and so you have to look out for what is it that I see in this person, and then how do I identify it. Then focusing on strengths unlocks potentials. Yes, please focus on what exactly you see in this person and how best can we encourage this person to move higher? How best can we let them blossom like a flower, if I may say? And then, yes, having the intentional talent development and then focusing on their strengths will lead to better performance and higher engagement. For those who will have time, you can look at the Gallup engagement employee engagement survey. It's a website that talks about staff engagement. It emphasizes the fact that intentional talent development and identifying people's strengths actually will lead to better performance and higher engagement for your staff members throughout the year, through their time with the organization, and even later on for those staff members, even as they move on, they definitely will be higher performers and more engaged staff. Next slide, please. Oh, yes. Well, thank you very much. Again, I remain Leticia Iguma from Uganda and a human resource practitioner. Thank you very much to all of you for listening and for joining in this morning. I'll take any questions from the team. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presentation.